Prepare yourselves for an unforgettable expedition as I venture into the wilderness that is Colorado high country. Crystal clear streams teem with aggressive and vibrant trout. But this isn't for the faint of heart. The elements are as unpredictable as the fish themselves. With weather changing faster than the streams flow, I'm faced to tackle blizzards and ice, but no matter the conditions, I'm up for the challenge. So sit back and relax as I cast my line and chase adventure amidst the stunning backdrop of snow-capped peaks and freezing water. This is 3 Days Fishing, Colorado High Country. This creek behind you guys is home to some of the largest trout in the entire United States. The state record rainbow trout was caught just 15 minutes up the road. The state brown trout was caught just 15 minutes down the road. And 2 state record brook trout have been pulled out of this stretch of creek. It was recently broken, but it held for over 30 years. This is a truly special experience to be able to fish, and I'm glad I'm able to take you guys along with me. Let's get casting. The water was some of the clearest water I've ever seen, and the whole river canyon just screamed monster trout. After almost nearly half an hour of hard fishing and rough wading, I got my first bite of the day. Unfortunately, it immediately shook my spinner, and that was a huge bummer. It wasn't 30 seconds after that, I heard a crack of thunder. The wind changed direction and flurries started to fall. What was once a 45-degree, beautiful sunny day turned into 30-mile-per-hour winds, heavy snow, and an ice-cold 26 degrees. With the threat of road closure, I was forced to pack up my gear and call it a day. With my spirits down and my need for a fish was no longer a pleasant surprise, but a necessity, I went to a spot on a new river that I had caught fish at in the past. And let me tell you, neither me or the fish wasted any time at all. Fish after fish devoured my spinner. It was a blast. Don't get me wrong, they weren't giants, but really healthy and hard-fighting fish that I was more than willing to get in my net. Mostly 11 to 13 inch browns fell victim to the rooster tail, but a couple larger fish and even a gorgeous rainbow decided to partake in the action. All in all, day 2 was a resounding success, and it restored my confidence in the big adventure we had planned for day number 3. Alright guys, I just pulled up to this spot. This is a new creek, and the water is incredibly clear, but it's really cold this morning, and there's ice flowing in the river, and there's ice along the edge here. I'm going to try to cast right on the edge of that, using the same spinner I've been using. I'm just going to jig it and see if I can't pull a fish out of this hole. The shallow water and the overwhelming amount of ice in the stream didn't really get my hopes up. But to my surprise, we were able to land some really quality fish, including this 17-inch brown trout in the very first cast. There were fish chasing my spinner left and right, but it was hard to get it below the water's surface due to the presence of ice. When I would get it on the edge of the ice and start to jig it, I would have fish coming from deep and shallow in the pocket. I was only able to land a couple before the pocket was spooked, not before we caught 2 incredibly nice fish out of that pocket. Really quality fish. I saw at least 2 or 3 more in here. I think they're a little bit spooked, so we're gonna move up the stream a bit and see if we can't jig up a couple more. So far, I've not caught a fish using an inline spinner like it's supposed to be used, jigging off the side of the ice. So we will see if that method holds up, or if, as it gets warmer, the ice will melt a little bit more. We can actually spin fish properly. It's working. We're catching fish, so we're gonna head up the creek a little bit and see if we can't get out some more. We just pulled off the road here, and there is this really nice pocket that goes out from underneath this down tree across the bank here. And there's a big pocket about 25 yards of 2.5, 3 foot deep stream. So we're gonna make our way down to that rock, I think, and see if we can't catch 1 or 2 of them. Using this 1/8 ounce yellow and black rooster tail. Right here is where I made a crucial mistake. This was the first week of warm weather that we've had all year, and the fish were not in spring mode yet. They were still in their winter habitats, and I was fishing pockets that I'd catch fish out of in late spring and summertime. The fish have not yet moved into these spots. I knew that, but it didn't stop me from trying to fish the spots that I usually fish. The fish seem to relate to deeper pockets with shallow, sandy areas where the sun could warm the fish and relieve them of the cold, icy temperatures of the water. When I finally found those pockets, I started to connect the dots, and fish came out left and right. pulled out this nice fish right here. A beautiful, probably only 12 inches or so. Really pretty fish. I mean, that is an absolute stunning brown. Beautiful 12-inch brown trout. Let's get him back in the water. It's cold out here. But look at the colors on that. What a beautiful fish. Wow. All right, guys. There's always a nice fish or two that sits in this deep pool. I don't see any swimming around right now, but I guarantee you there's one or two in there. Switch to a 1 6-ounce rooster tail. Try to get a farther cast, entice a slightly larger fish. I know there's some good fish sitting here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh my gosh. That's a monster. That's a monster, guys. Guys, did you see that? This is the biggest fish we've seen today. This is a nice fish, dude. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, that's a good fish. That's a good fish. This is it. Got him. I got him. This is about the same size as the one we caught earlier, actually. 16 inches all day long, but out of a tiny creek, early spring. You can't beat that. That's a gorgeous fish. That is awesome, guys. 16 and a half, beautiful brown. Let's get her back in and catch, hopefully, one of her bigger brothers, which should be pretty cool. Oh my gosh, we got just the big one. He came off. He came off. No. Watch this, guys. Oh my gosh. There's a 16 and a half that's wanting to eat it. They're sitting right here on the shallow. I want that one. I want that one. Yep. Yep. Come here. Come here. Got him. Roughly about the same size as the last one. Another beautiful brown trout. This is almost unheard of in a stream this small. This is crazy. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Let's get her back. Oh, he's swimming right there. He's swimming right there. Oh, I got him. Got him. Oh my gosh. He's a little bit smaller than the other ones, but still a beautiful 15-inch brown trout. Oh my gosh. This is unheard of. This is absolutely insane. Let's get her back in there and keep fishing, baby. Let's go. Come on. Guys, I was looking at these deer tracks, and they move up, and there's a lot of deer tracks along the side of the road. And I look up. Can you guys see them? Look at that. That's where they're sitting. Found them. I gotta say, this is the best early spring trout fishing I think I have ever had. Another beautiful, probably 13-inch brown trout. Healthy fish, just foraging on those early spring mayflies. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Steep canyons, both sides. Just a stunning valley. That'd be a good campsite too. All right, guys, we just pulled out this brilliant 12-inch brown. Man, these fish are freezing cold. Look at that pretty fish, though. Awesome 12-inch specimen of a fish. Let's get him back in the water. What an awesome fish. I made my way slowly up the stream, fishing every pocket that I think could possibly hold fish. I couldn't get my mind off that pocket that was absolutely loaded with 16 to 18-inch brown trout. Unfortunately, the farther I got up the stream, the less fish I saw and the smaller they got. So I decided to pack everything up, turn around, and head back to see if we couldn't get a larger fish at that last spot. I definitely saw a larger fish in that pocket, and I am just praying that I'm able to get one of those fish to bite. See if we can't pull out another fish. I know we should be able to get one more out of here. Oh my gosh, that was a giant, dude. Oh my gosh. Nice fish. I knew he was sitting in there. Oh my goodness, this is the biggest one, I think, of the day. There was two really big fish that came out of that pool to attack it, but that is a quality brown. Out of a tiny stream, dude. That's 17 inches all day. What a fish. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. Let's get her back in the water and see if we can get that other big one. That's insanity. Let's go. All right, this should be another one. I know there's an 18 in here. Oh, we got one. Oh, it's another nice one. Are you kidding me? Is this 18? I don't know if it's 18. It's pretty long. It's not the fattest fish in the world. They're beautiful, probably that same size, 17-inch brown. Oh my goodness, they are skinny from wintering in here, but what a beautiful fish. Let's get it back in there and see if we can get another one. We are having an absolute sleigh day. Let's go. I knew it would be a good idea to come back to this pool. And I know there's a bigger fish sitting in this pocket back here, I would think. Oh my goodness, that's a nice one. This one's probably a bit smaller here. Oh, come on. Still a quality fish. Just not, he's a 16 and a half all day, not 17. Dude, this is unreal. This spot is absolutely producing. Nice fish. Let's get him back. Guys, we got a really big one. This is our largest fish of the day, for sure. Look at that. That's 18 all day long. What a freaking gorgeous brown. Oh my goodness. 18-inch brown out of a tiny creek. That's unreal. That is just so pretty. What a gorgeous fish. Let's get him back in. I took a few more casts into that pocket, ended up pulling out a couple smaller fish, but the bite soon died and I had to call it a day. The end of the third day was finally here. Over the past 3 days, I battled finicky fish, icy conditions, and blizzard-like weather. The trip didn't start how I would have liked it to, but it sure ended on a high note. Catching that many fish out of a stream that small in an inopportune time of year is nothing short of fantastic, and it was probably one of the best days fishing I've had on that creek before. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was an absolute blast to make. Until next time, I'll see you guys out in the river. Remember, keep casting.